that I made pretty good for, I did, well, I had worked a year or two before that. I worked in the sugar beet field there. I was 15, 16 years old. And you take 10 acres of sugar beets, then you had to work the sugar beets. Now they got machines to do most of the work, but they'd plant the sugar beets in rows like corn rows solid, and then they'd cross-cultivate them when they grew up like that. You had a little patch of about 50 sugar beets in a bunch like that. You'd follow one row between your legs and the other 2 rows on each side of you. You'd pick them and leave one, pick them and leave one. You'd grow like that for 10 acres. And then after they got started growing pretty good again, before the leaves got out good, there'd be some weeds coming. You'd walk through them once and mow them, and then by that time the leaves covered the ground, you wouldn't get no more weeds. When I was up there where sugar beets were really something, they grew big. You couldn't even hold them out. You could just take them with your hook when you topped them. You'd take them, hook them with your knife, hold them there, and you'd go on this side. You'd whack them, take the leaf, and throw them over the pile. Sugar beets.
10 acres.
How
long would it take you to cover 10 acres?
I don't remember. It was 3 weeks, and then around the first 2 or 3 weeks or what it was, and then come home to once. Didn't spend too much time till they was ready to top. When they topped, they just lift them then out of the ground, and you grab about 3 rows here, you throw them on what they have. Tops one way, in the pile here, and the guy on the other side, he'd do that same. They'd leave a row about 6, 8 feet wide, and then the farmer would go down through that with like a stone scrape, flatten it. And when we went down them top rows, we'd top them, knock the top off, and dump them in the center. Guys load them, he'd get it behind when they were loading them. They load on these 1.5-ton trucks. They put 8 ton on them. And they were real low geared, so they could go down the field real slow with them, and had power trucks and duals on.
Well, remember rules of the things down here. How old was he?
When we got through topping him, then I hired out sometime there for them tops are all there. Take them tops and pile them in piles.
Well, I suppose he was too old.
And they somebody feed them to their milk cattle, and they were rich. And I wound up for them 10 acres topping all that thinning from the sugar, but like you were hired by a sugar beet company, although the farmer was in with the company and owned the land, and that you could only plant sugar beets once every 3 years on the same piece of ground. The sugar beet company wouldn't let you, but I wound up, I get $450. That time was a lot of money for 10 acres, working 10 acres. And I said, I went into the CC's then, and I was in there a couple of years or more, and I got $30 a month, $1 a day. And all they give you is $8 to spend for the month. That you had that's all you get. The $22 they put in the bank for you. It should have went to the poor people, like had kids that parents that had poor kids, and then you had to give them money to your parents at 22. I didn't have my parents, so they just put the money in the bank, just in the state. And when I quit, then I got the money from the bank. I got the big checks, 400. I had saved about $450.
Buy a new car for the $450 a month.
Them days, I bought a car just about like new as a darn thing. I bought a 30 Chevrolet Robinette Blue with that nice car, 6-cylinder, and that thing was something else, that nice car. There was Model A coupes and Model A's around there. They tried to race me with that Chevy, and they never could win on it. That thing had special spark plug on there. I'd open that thing to get 65 miles an hour on it. That was a lot of fast. And that car was nice. So I still would have had it probably today if I didn't wreck it. Smashed up a little. The window there, coming on where 55 is there. We come in, and I was gonna go and turn there and go to Fergus Falls. The window there. Here's the guy with a big semi coming, or he was ahead of me there, and I was gonna go by him, and he didn't even signal or anything, turned for that elevator, go into the elevator there, and I hit him right in the front running door. Well, I put a kink in the frame, otherwise it hurts. I knocked the radiator off. We just put it in town there. We put the radiator back on. We drove that way. I drove it that way till I went in the Army.
Who was the most interesting person you met during your lifetime?
Boy, I don't know. I don't know if that's, yeah. But he called right off anybody was interesting to me.